This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
We are your Morning X. Crash Clark is here on traffic.
Barnes, we don't want you to just listen to 99X. We want you to feel it, experience it with free access all day. Of course, you know we've got your share of $150,000 in cash on 99X, $5K a day.
Oh, and hello, we've done it twice already today.
I know. And we also have on the Morning X ticket window 54321. We're going to get you 54321 to see the B-52s in Devo, inching our way to the front row. On the Steve Show, tickets for Depeche Mode, the movie, also passes for They Might Be Giants at the Eastern. And then Will Pendarvis, 3 to 7 today, tickets to see The Cult. So stuff for you all day and all week on 99X.
I've been seeing Priscilla Presley making her way around with all these stories about
with
Elvis.
The memoir.
Yeah, it made me think of something that I wanted to ask you, and I also want to ask you listening. Our number, 470-741-4999. What is the first major news story that you remember in your young life? I'm not saying one that impacted you the most. I'm saying, what's the very first one that you remember? And the reason I tie that around that is because it's Elvis. I remember vividly as a kid going to this Garner State Park with some relatives. That's when I used to hang out with relatives. And we were in an RV going to this campsite, and on the radio, they interrupted the song to say that Elvis Presley was dead. And that just, for some reason, stuck with me.
That was a major milestone. What year was that?
77. It was August 16th, 1977. I remember it so vividly, and I don't know why that one. I mean, I was always enamored.
I could see that.
Later, I would go to Memphis and visit Graceland, and always was enamored by the Elvis stuff. But what about you? First, what's the absolute first news story you can remember?
My childhood, I just remember all these horrific hurricanes because we lived in Alabama. It was always weather related because, sometimes they would shut down the city for a week. And I don't even remember the name of the hurricane, but I do remember like a tree.
You remember that?
Yes, crashing in our yard and narrowly missing our house. Fortunately, we were okay. But yeah, just hurricane related stuff.
Same with me because I was in Corpus Christi, Texas, obviously, as a kid. All those hurricanes, Celia, Hurricane Allen, those were impactful.
Awful.
But for some reason, Elvis overdid it. Hey, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
Good morning, it's Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. First news story you remember as a kid. What is it?
Watching Richard Nixon resign the presidency in 1974.
Yes.
Wow, I think I was too young to remember that, but I bet that one was impactful. What do you think it was about that made you just kind of stop in your tracks and carry it with yourself?
I guess I was 10 years old at the time. I'm assuming that I just recognized him as a president, and I happened to be walking by the TV, and he said, as of noon, I'm going to resign the presidency, and it just made an impact on me.
Well, think about it. It's like a president resigning.
That's
of course.
Big. Yeah, I bet some people might have the whole Clinton thing as a big one. Hey, thanks for sharing that, and appreciate you listening to us.
Thanks, Deborah.
Absolutely. Great. Thanks, guys.
You. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Let's go to line 7.
Hey, good morning. Morning X, who is this?
Good morning.
Hi, who is this?
This is Eric Roberg.
Do you remember your first major news memory as a kid?
I do. It was when we landed on the moon in 1969. I was 5 years old, the Apollo 11 moon landing.
Wow, you remember that?
I do.
Wow, at 5?
Yeah, it sticks out vividly in my memory.
Where were you? What's the scene?
Gathered around the TV to watch it, in black and white, of course.
Can you imagine, though? Like, that was such a huge story.
Massive story, yeah. I don't remember any of that. I think mine pick up around 10. Thank you very much. That's a good one.
Oh, you too. Thanks so much. Y'all have a good morning.
Thanks, you too. We'll see you later. Yeah, the moon landing. I don't
remember
that.
anything at 5 years old.
Hi, Morning X. Who is this?
This is Jason. How y'all doing?
Jason, doing good. What's your first news memory, man? Your first one you remember as a kid?
The first good one was Clinton's I did not inhale.
Okay, yep, there you go. Or have sex
I
with
did
that
not sleep
woman.
with that woman.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
Who didn't inhale? Her or him?
Hopefully her. But yeah, I remember his presidency of being the first president to openly admit to smoking cannabis was like a big deal, and everybody went nuts. And then he had to backtrack and say that he didn't inhale. So
That was so funny.
He was kind of always a backtracker, wasn't he?
did
That's one of the
not
few
inhale.
presidents that I got to meet. I don't know if you remember that I introduced him. I told the story. I introduced him the day the Lewinsky story broke. I was introducing him at an event in Atlanta. So the pictures I have of me and him are with the tie that she gave him.
that's wicked.
Wait a second. I don't remember that it was that day.
It was that day.
Wow.
I did the intro like at noon at a luncheon down at the Marriott Marquis, and then the story came out later that day, and the tie story came out, and I have the picture with him in the tie. It ran in every publication, like all the radio
That is
stuff
awesome.
back then.
Good timing on your part, Barnes.
Hey, appreciate
planned that,
you.
didn't you? Yeah.
Thanks for listening
Very
to
cool.
us. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, dude. Have a good one. We'll see you later.
All right.
What is the very first news memory that you have as a child? Morning X. Good morning. Hi.
Hi,
Who is this?
this is Jessica.
Jessica, tell me. What?
Yes,
Just-
I'm formerly from Norcross, Georgia, but on September 11th, I was listening to the Morning X, Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy when I was getting ready for my little job working at a church, and so I heard them talking about when the first plane hit, kind of like lightly talking about how some air traffic controller was going to be in trouble, and then when the second plane hit, that it got very serious.
How old were you at that time?
I was 18.
So you heard about 9/11 from the Morning X.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it
I
was just me and
listening because I
Barnes.
No, Jimmy was there. Oh, no, he was
Jimmy was there.
suspended. He was
He
suspended.
came in later because
Oh.
he was suspended, remember?
I forgot why. Yeah, was it when he brought the horse in the elevator? I don't know what it was.
Maybe, but he did come in after, yeah.
Yeah, that to me, I remember because the way it's set up here in the studio, and the same at the time, is it's kind of in the round, and I'm at the center point behind the big board with all the buttons, and then everyone else is in mics, like facing me, but behind them there are TVs up above their heads. So I remember just looking at it going, wow, that's weird. A plane just flew into a building.
I remember that because my back was to the TV monitor, and then I turned around and you said something about some air traffic controller's going to be in trouble.
I know y'all were like, there's no way. I'm like, I'm telling you. Like, this is when it was just breaking. And then who knew that, a second one, and we all know what happened after that. But that's wild that nothing in the 18 years prior stuck but that.
No, that was a pretty big deal.
That was,
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
just trying to think of what would have been bigger, like in the
That was
18
pretty big,
years
Barnes.
leading up. No, I'm just saying, at 18, you've experienced some stuff and that was impactful, though. Hey, thank you for sharing, and hey, thanks for spending time with us in the morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Morning X. Good morning. Who is this?
This is Russell Riggs.
Hi, Russell. What do you think? What's the one that comes to mind, the news story, the first one you remember?
It has to be the biggest one for me. It was the assassination of John Kennedy when I was 5 years old.
Oh.
I can't imagine.
It was crazy. It was a quiet day for me because I was not in school yet, and my parents had me set up at a table eating my lunch, and I pretty much was next to the TV. But I can remember. It seems how quiet the world got at that moment, and it was just like profound, and people were crying all over, and it was just, I mean, at 5 years old, you didn't understand.
Yeah, I was not alive yet. I can't imagine what that was like.
My sister, I recall my sister telling me my mom was just bawling.
Beside, yeah, and to come to this day and age and find out that it could have been our own people that did it is just.
Yeah, I can't imagine the reaction. He was a rock star. He's one of those rock star presidents. The way people reacted to him. He had the good looks. He had the charm. He had the whole thing going on. It just
What a moment.
That was
What
crazy.
a moment in history.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Russell.
All right, what is it? first news story you remember as a kid. Let's get some more in. 470-741-4999. This right here, it's 99X.
Everyone knows the legend of D.B. Cooper, but what if I told you there's an even better story out there? One with multiple aircraft hijackings, prison escapes, and so many twists and turns. I'm talking about the hit podcast, American Skyjacker, which is now an action-packed documentary coming to theaters and streaming this fall. Find out more at www.americanskyjacker.com and listen to the bonus episode of the podcast on October 7th. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.